Welcome back to Origami Snowman. My name is Matt. I have to be very careful about how I word this because what I'm about to say will make people angry. Today, not the angry part, I'm going to be talking, might make you angry, about books that were made into a movie, which I know I've already talked about books made into movies and all that good stuff, but books made into movies where I would rather watch the movie. I am not saying that the movie was better. I am simply saying that given the choice, I would watch the movie. I'd rather watch the movie. Some of these I've already talked about. That one I definitely talked about. That's one I talked about a couple times. Listen, this is one old man's opinion, and you shut it. We're gonna start out with a book that I haven't read. However, Casino Royale, I'm not going to show you the whole cover because it's borderline spicy. Casino Royale. This is the first James Bond novel. Ian Fleming, he wanted a character who was a man's man. You know, he always got the girl, whether the girl wanted to be got or not. And it was just, I don't like a man's man. That sounded weird. You can infer what you like from that. I am not impressed with toxic masculinity. I'm not impressed with the alpha male, the chest thumping, knuckle dragging. Yay, congratulations, you can't get your hormones in check and now you're a gorilla. I'm not impressed. The idea of a misogynistic hero does nothing for me at all. However, that movie was pretty darn good. So next, let's get this out of the way. Dune. I know, I've talked about Dune. The book is fine. It's just a little bit too much for me. The movie, fantastic. Fight Club, I love this book. I thought the movie just tightened the screws. It was more concise. It just unfolded a little cleaner. Forrest Gump. I used to love this movie. I used to think this movie was so good. And then I started to pay attention. And, I don't know, a passive white savior story? I don't know. For the movie to the book, again, it unfolds a little cleaner. It's just a little bit neater. The character, he's a little more admirable, I think. Forrest Gump in the book, he's not as charming. I don't mind an idiot as long as he's lovable. And I didn't feel like he was that lovable in the book. So, Android's Dream of Electric Sheep? No, not a super fan of the book. But the movie, Blade Runner, whoa, really, really good. Absolutely fantastic. The book, it's okay. It's got enough traction in the sci-fi world that you should read it just to kind of be able to talk about it. But the movie is amazing. The book, I've got notes. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's a fine book. Not Roald Dahl's best. But Wes Anderson took it and he worked it into a full-length feature film, claymation style. It is amazing. It's so good. It is a genuine masterpiece. That movie is so good. I don't know if there are other adjectives I could use, but it is so good. The book is, that's cute. It's fine. The movie is absolutely phenomenal. Speaking of movies, which is what we're doing. Shut up, Matt. Get to it. Jurassic Park. Sorry, Michael Crichton. The movie was great. It was fantastic. You can describe a dinosaur, or you can show a dinosaur. I'd rather be shown a dinosaur. Neat. You have a lot of good words, but just show me the dinosaur, man. Here's one less well-known. Master and Commander by Patrick O'Brian. I read a lot of these books, okay? So the movie, Master and Commander, Far Side of the World, is based on this series. Not just this book, but this whole series. Master and Commander is the first title. Far Side of the World is a later title, like 6 or 7, or I don't know. There are a lot of books in this series. And I want to tell you, these books are really boring until the shooting starts. Historical fiction, really heavy in like the Royal Navy protocols and who has to salute whom, and I don't know, the movie, though, is one of my favorite movies. It is such a comfort food for me. It's amazing. The beginning of that movie, like, it's several minutes of a vaguely unsettling quiet, followed by genuine panic. You start to doze and then all of a sudden everything explodes. It's so good. The book takes a while before anything explodes. So I don't know. Watch the movie for sure, but the books, they look great on a shelf. Now, for the last one. This is hard for me because this is an absolutely terrific book. It is so funny. It is so, like, it's such a terrific book. And if the movie didn't exist, I would never, ever have any complaint at all. But the movie might be the most perfect movie ever made. And I'm sorry, you've got a perfect movie and a really good book. They don't really balance out. The movie's definitely the heavier, heavier? Not heavy. Princess Bride, William Goldman, he wrote this, and he wrote the screenplay for The Princess Bride, and he wrote the screenplay for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, just a whole bunch of other stuff. William Goldman was hilarious. This book is hilarious. In fact, throughout this book, he refers to the S. Morgenstern edition of this book, the original text, and how he has gone through and he's made a bunch of cuts and a bunch of edits, and he'll say, oh, I pulled out 32 pages about Buttercup's wardrobe, and he, Buttercup's parents have all these arguments, and he keeps score throughout. It's so funny, and it's a lot of stuff that didn't make it into the movie, but you should know, before you go to a used bookstore in search of the S. Morgenstern, the original S. Morgenstern, there isn't one. This is the original. There was no S. Morgenstern. Don't embarrass yourself like I might have. The book is terrific. The movie is perfect. I will always choose that movie over the book. Not that there's anything wrong with the book. The book, actually, I want to tell you, the book even has a lovely little fold-out map. And if you really want to get my attention, a full-color fold-out map is a great way to do it. All right, that is all for today. If you guys have any complaint... Oh, wait, no, it's not. That's not all. Shut your mouth, Matt. Good grief. I have 3 books here that I don't have here. I have written down. I wrote them down on this tablet, and I'm going to name them real quick. Trainspotting. Oh, my gosh. Don't watch that movie on on a full stomach, I should say. Big Fish, another Ewan McGregor. I will tell you, Trainspotting... great movie. Book. Big Fish... the book was fine. The character wasn't as likable. The legendary main character who's telling his life story to his kids. You learn some things about him that aren't too admirable. I prefer my fabled... in a believable story, I love a flawed character. But if the story is all about mythos and legend, make him flawless. Give him nothing to complain about. Don't dent the fenders, please. Just let me see this shining, glowing knight running through the world and pretend that those people are out there, please. Then the third movie is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That book is fine, but that movie is amazing. It's incredible. I don't know how on earth they could have put more jokes in it. There were very few jokes in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs other than the title. I think I read it once or twice to my kids and they were like, please, no more. The movie is very, very, very watchable, very rewatchable, very quotable. Those are just a few, actually quite a few books that I would much rather watch the movie. Not much rather. That was harsh. I would rather watch the movie. I think the movies brought something that the books lacked. But again, most of these are very, very, very good books. Just the movies were a little bit better. Anyway, if you have some titles that you think the movie adaptation is better or preferable or more digestible, let me know. I'd love to hear about it down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all to pieces. Is that how I say that? I don't know. I love you. I love you to pieces. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.